afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TVC Radio Network. I am Bhavita Gopalchan. Thank you so much for joining us. Top of the news at this time. Chief Personnel Officer Commander Dr. Daryl Dindial says he expects the long-awaited 10% wage negotiations with the Public Services Association to begin in the last week of November. Dr. Dindial made the comment to CNC3 News on Monday evening, just hours after PSA President Felicia Thomas accused him of stalling the start of the talks. Responding to questions about her concerns, Dr. Dindial explained that he is currently out of the country on official business and expects to return next week, by which time, he said, preparatory work for the negotiations will be finalized. Well, when asked when he expects the talks to begin, the CPO told CNC3 News he anticipates they will start by the last week of November. He added that the CPO's office will be reaching out to the PSA today to advise them on the status of preparations. Dr. Dindial also emphasized that wage talks require a solid understanding of the country's recent and projected macroeconomic profile, calling it a responsible and critical step in guiding discussions. Police are seeking to assure Port of Spain shoppers that they will be safe in the lead up to and during the Christmas shopping period. During a show of force today, senior officers of the Port of Spain division led their juniors on a walk through Port of Spain, meeting and greeting business owners and shoppers alike. CNC3 News caught up with the officers as they journeyed along Frederick Street this morning. Speaking with the media, head of the Area West, ACP Gavin Henry, said the police will be out in their full force to assure citizens and businesses that the capital city is safe.
Our plan basically, right, which is geared to not only crime prevention, but building trust and confidence and partnering with the community, is to have that sense of security, build that sense of security by mere presence and increased presence of the police in Port of Spain to deal with the issues that affect both the shoppers and businessmen.
Henry, who is seen chatting with President of the Downtown Owners and Merchants Association, President Gregory Booth, said police continues to partner with the association to reduce crime in the capital city.
He also expressed his gratitude, right, for what is taking place here and asked me to extend it to Commissioner of Police. By and large, this is an extension of the Commissioner's plan, right? So all he wanted to do was, one, sensitize us to certain areas that he thinks we should pay attention to, give us the assurance that he will continue the partnership, and express his gratitude for what we are doing.
Henry said the ongoing state of emergency has assisted police officers in the Port of Spain division in carrying out their duties. He added that even without it, his officers are working hard, and while he chose not to disclose it, he said the statistics support his claim. Well, Road Safety Coordinator of the TTPS, Brent Batson, is confirming that an off-duty police officer was involved in an accident on the priority bus route last night. Well, Batson did not say if the officer is in possession of a PBR pass. He lamented the frequency of accidents when there is much less traffic on the roadways.
The police officer in his private capacity, from what we understand, it was his vehicle and a max taxi. I don't have all the details. I mean, it wasn't fatal, but like you said, from what we understand, there was some injury. And these are some of the challenges that we're seeing on the roadways, especially in non-peak hours.
Sergeant Batson is advocating for the use of technology in road traffic management. He said currently the police service has to utilize manpower resources, which should be concentrated on serious crimes.
The investment in technology is so crucial. Unfortunately, to curb this behavior, the consequence has to be technology driven, and that means more cameras, that means ticketing by the mail. Because we have to pull resources from anti-crime just for basic traffic policing, and these resources that have to be shared amongst the nation for different types of response protocols. But all it requires for this part, and I took more for the safer roads part, is for people to just obey the road traffic regulations.
Now, there have been 99 road fatalities for this year so far, compared to 102 for the same period last year. To news of crime, a Barrett area family, including an elderly couple, were beaten and robbed by 8 bandits who stormed their home early on Monday morning. Police said the family of 6 were asleep at their home on the Eastern Main Road, upstairs a Chinese restaurant, at around 4:30 a.m. when they awoke to find a group of masked men in their bedroom. The bandits grabbed the victims and placed blindfolds over their eyes before forcing them to lie on the floor of the home. The victims reported that they were beaten with a blunt object by their attackers, who stole their cell phones, tablets, and $10,000 cash from the home. The bandits then escaped in a black Toyota Corolla and a white Suzuki Grand Vitara belonging to the family. Officers of the Port of Spain Task Force later found both cars abandoned in Trumacac, Laventel. The Development Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean, CAF, has announced a U.S. $40 billion investment over the next 5 years to finance sustainable growth and strengthen climate action, with emphasis on a just energy transition, water security, sustainable mobility, agricultural prosperity, and the conservation of key strategic ecosystems for the planet. A release from CAF yesterday explained that with these financial resources, CAF would consolidate a portfolio that combines project financing, promotion of sustainable public policies, impact investments, green credit lines to financial institutions. And speaking on the move, Sergio Diaz-Granados, executive president of CAF, said, quote, "This is an unprecedented investment by a development bank in Latin America and the Caribbean, demonstrating our commitment to a more sustainable, equitable, and prosperous region." It's now time for a short break. We'll be right back with sport news.
The moment my children came into my life, I do everything I can for them to live healthy, enjoyable lives. Nature's Ways Alive Kids Gummies are multivitamin gummies meant to support the development of children's bodies. They come in delicious fruit flavors and contain natural plant-based pectin. This means that if I'm looking for an alternative to animal-based gelatin for personal reasons, they are the best choice for my little ones. Choose Alive Kids Gummies by Nature's Way for your children, because they deserve it.
PRW's Thanksgiving sale is now on this November. We're giving thanks to God and all of our local customers. Up to 75% discount on selected items. Join us for our Family Fun Day on the 4th of November at our Orangwes location. Come, have a fun day with us and enjoy refreshments, free giveaways, games, and massive discounted prices. Tell your family and friends. Call us today at 285-9779.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Move from CXC to your business management degree in just over 2 years with the globally and ACTT recognized ABE qualification at CTS College. Students with limited CSEC passes or mature candidates with work experience can enroll. Each level can be completed in under 6 months, with a diploma awarded upon completion of each level and a bachelor's degree awarded at the end of the entire program. Contact CTS College today and ask about our flexible payment terms.
International Cricket Council's plan to introduce the 2-tier test system is unlikely to be a reality. According to Cricinfo's website, the 2-division system, which has cropped up in talks periodically for over a decade, was again among topics discussed when the working group was formed at the ICC annual conference in July. The countries did not support the idea of splitting test championships. Instead, the committee proposed that all 12 test full member countries should play the next World Test cycle starting in 2027. This afternoon, the team worked out at the Hazley Crawford Stadium, where defender Kobe Henry revealed that the camp is in good spirits despite the pressure of having to win both matches, with World Cup qualification hanging in the balance.
Of course, it's a big game. Like every game we've played so far has been a big game. This is probably the most important one. So we know how much it's worth for not only our team but the country. So, we all know what we have to do. We know what we're competing for. So I think personally it's just about showing up, and as a group, it's about who wants it more. So yeah, just making sure we're on it on the day.
And in cricket, West Indies has confirmed a 3-match T20 series against Afghanistan slated to take place in January 2026 in the United Arab Emirates. The series begins on January 19th at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, with the second and third T20I match being scheduled for January 21st and the 22nd at the same venue. The contest is expected to provide both teams with invaluable game time in preparation for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026 beginning in February. That's it for sport. It's back to a break.
Step into the Christmas season at Tile Depot. 12x12 tiles, $750. 17x17, $975. 18x18, $995. 20x20, $15.95. And 22x22, only $20. Visit Tile Depot Limited, Bagney Trace Chase Village. Call 234-4402.
In the ever-changing media landscape, we at Guardian Media strive always to put you, our viewers and readers, first.
We strive to uphold the time-honored tenets of responsible journalism.
For us, accuracy is key.
And in our reporting, we strive not only to be first, but fair,
impartial,
and to uphold journalistic integrity.
Above all, we are accountable to you, and we must respect the views of our audience. That is our solemn contract with you.
Keen attention to detail.
Rigorous verification of facts.
Use of credible sources and sound editorial judgment.
Keep track of our editorial policies and guidelines, including our corrections policy, by logging on to www.guardian.co.tt for more.
Are you tired of the same old boring drive home from work?
Look no further.
Get ready for the ultimate after-work rush with Freedom 106.5 FM's The Overdrive with Davey. Mondays to Fridays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Let Davey take you on a thrilling ride of non-stop entertainment and education. He covers the topics of the day, delves into the latest food and lifestyle trends, and brings dynamic guests from exciting professions to share their professional stories and experiences. Take advantage of this energizing and engaging experience. Tune into Freedom 106.5 FM, Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. for The Overdrive with Davey, the ultimate way to end your day with a bang.
Ghana's President Irfan Ali has given strict deadlines to accelerate the country's digital transformation. He has ordered the full digitization of the National Insurance Scheme within 8 months and all public service employee records within 5 months. The president also announced that farmers will gain access to new digital tools within 4 months. At the launch of a new public service upskilling platform, thousands of public servants were also given access to 100 online training courses through Coursera to build skills for a modern workforce. A suicide bombing outside Islamabad's High Court, Pakistan, has killed 12 people and injured 27. Now, officials say the attacker tried to enter the court but failed, then detonated explosives near a police vehicle outside. President Asif Ali Zardari strongly condemned the attack, while Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif suggested extremist groups backed by India were behind it. So far, no group has claimed responsibility. Today is expected to be sunny, slightly hazy and breezy with a few partly cloudy intervals with isolated showers. There's low chance of isolated thunderstorm activity. Gusty winds and street flooding can occur in the event of heavy showers. A mild concentration of Sahara dust is also present in the atmosphere. The forecast high is 32 degrees Celsius in Trinidad and 31 degrees Celsius in Tobago. Well, thank you so much for joining us for a look at the day's developments so far. We'll have these stories and so much more coming up for you in a Midday Newscast at 7 p.m. today. Until then, have a great day.